So what about Ghana? Like, did you visit here first and then you moved, or did you just?
I visited first in 2019. I came here as a tourist with my then ex-girlfriend, and I fell in love with Ghana. And I told her while we were here, I said, I'm moving to Ghana. Nobody believed me. When we got back, I told everybody I was moving to Ghana. I'm going to retire in about 2 to 3 years, and that's what I did.
Yes.
I set up my retirement. I kept telling I'm moving. Then finally, when they saw that little advertisement I put out for my going away party, my going away bash, they started believing me. They came out. They supported me. We had T-shirt sales and all that other stuff. And so that's where a lot of my initial money came from. And I just packed up my stuff and I moved.
Hi, you guys. Today I will be doing an interview with Richard Moore, who is a head volunteer here at the Good Shepherd Orphanage in Okafor, Ghana. Richard moved here from New York, New Jersey, and after a 2-week trip, he decided to take a risk on Ghana and decided to be a head volunteer here at the Good Shepherd Orphanage, where he has donated thousands of dollars and lots of time towards these children. So I hope you guys enjoy this interview. Thank you for watching. Hi, you guys. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Lala, and today I'm here with Richard at his orphanage. Richard is from Newark, New Jersey, and I'm going to have him formally introduce himself to you.
Greetings. I was born and raised in Newark, New Jersey, but I've lived all over. I left home. I left Newark in 1975 to go to college at Florida A&M University, and called home about 3 weeks later and said, I'm never coming home to live again. And I've not come back to New Jersey to live. In fact, the last 30 years I've lived in Orlando, Florida.
Yes, so we are in Accra, Ghana, and we're here at his orphanage. So what made you inspired to come to Ghana firstly, before we go into detail?
I felt as a child that I was supposed to come and live on the continent. I didn't know where. I've always felt this place was calling me.
Yeah.
I visited in 2019. I visited Ghana, and I visited 2 or 3 orphanages that year along with the tour group I was with, and we left donations, money, and school supplies. And I said, you know what? I'm going back there to live, and I'm going to help some orphans and orphanages. And this is the first one that I latched on to. And I've had a few others ask me for help, but I've told them no. I said, I have work to do here, and I need to finish. I'm not going to bounce all over the place. I got a few projects I'm working on here, and when I finish, I'll go elsewhere.
So what is your role here at the orphanage? Are you the owner, or?
Oh, I'm just a volunteer.
Oh, okay. So,
but what happened is, after they met me and I donated about $7,000 in kitchen equipment, they said, hey, we want to keep you on board.
Yeah.
So I'm a part of the foundation here. It's called the African Widows and Disabled Foundation. I work with them. I'm part of that board helping to shape things. And they're also responsible for this orphanage. And so I said, well, I will go ahead and be a part of your foundation. However, my only focus is going to be the orphanage. I'll let you all deal with the widows and the same.
Yeah.
And I have my own 501c3 in the States, in Orlando, Florida, called WAITT, W-A-A-I-T-T. We are all in this together.
Yes.
And I'm fully licensed. I got all the paperwork done. I got my business bank account. I got my federal tax ID number. I got the state of Florida's blessing. So completely legit.
So why did you choose to work with orphans and not the disabled and the widows?
Well, when I left, I worked in the school board in Orange County for about 22 years. My last job with them was dealing with foster kids. And I see the pain. I saw the pain. I've been to court cases. And I just said, you know what? I want to work with kids. And here, they're not the foster system per se. So I said, I'll work orphans, orphanages, and that's going to be all I'm going to do for the rest of my life is work with it.
Yes, that's amazing. So why Ghana? Why didn't you volunteer, or have you volunteered at the orphanages in America?
Well, when I was in America, my focus was foster kids.
Oh, okay.
And so I knew about orphanages, and I already have my sight on an orphanage in the United States that I want to help.
Yes.
But I'm going to finish this first, and I'm not as big yet as I need to be. I want to start attracting grant funds.
Yes.
If anybody's a grant writer out there, I can use your help.
Yeah.
So my first orphanage in the United States is going to be in Georgia. It's going to be the one that Ray Charles went to. Because I'm a big Ray Charles fan. I said I'll go back and help them first. But so this is my first project right here in Ghana or anywhere in the world. This is my first major project.
Yes, Georgia. That's where I grew up. Atlanta, Georgia. Yes.
I lived there for a while too.
So have you visited any other African countries?
Oh yes. Since I've been here, I moved here in January of 2021. I visited 7 different countries: Ethiopia, Egypt, Rwanda, Tanzania, Seychelles, and Nigeria.
Okay, we went to two, Rwanda and Tanzania. I've been there as well. So why did you choose to settle down in Ghana, and how long have you been here?
2 years big. I told them because it's a very peaceful place. A lot of the other places, United States, and South Africa, I forgot.
Yeah.
I visited South Africa also.
Okay.
So that's a total of 7. Even in South Africa, I didn't feel as comfortable as I do here.
Yeah.
So the peace here got me. And even if I decide to branch out and go other places, I will always keep a
Come
home
here as a home base.
Yes.
Yeah, likewise. I feel the same way. So how many kids are in this orphanage?
There are 65 children living here at any given point in time. They range from babies through high school.
I wanted to donate, but unfortunately, I don't have 65 of anything that I can get right now. But you guys can.
Yes.
Yeah.
And whatever you have. If you want to ship it over in a barrel.
Yes, you mentioned pegs. I'll help with some pegs, definitely. Yeah, just anything. Any simple necessities. I think anything is helpful, honestly. So what is it that has been your biggest challenge in this orphanage? Like you mentioned some projects that you want to work on here. So what is your goal with that, and what has been your biggest challenge?
My biggest challenge is getting more donations. Before I left Florida, by going away present, had a big party. A lot of people came out and supported me. Raised about $4,000. And since then, I've raised about another 3. And I won't count the other 2 that I benefactor gave me to get started on the chicken coop. So when I first came, I saw the chicken coop. I said, "Oh, where are the chickens?" They said, "Oh, we ate them all." So we've torn that old chicken coop down because it was disabled, disbanded. We have all the wood to build the new one, and you'll see it in some video, I'm sure. But we are rebuilding it, and I'm hoping to get through that project before December. Nice. So we'll see. But my biggest challenge is the kitchen. Right now, they've been cooking outside for the kids, but we're renovating the kitchen. And as I was on my way here, I got a phone call from my friends in New York who have said they're going to send some people over. They're going to put the tile in, put the windows in, put the doors in, change the roof and the ceiling, new lighting. So that was a blessing. That call came into me today.
And look at me. I came here from New York, y'all. So, you know, like, it's amazing that it's actually ironic that you got that call today. Yeah. Okay. So how much are they looking to invest, and how much in donations are you looking to raise?
I'm looking to raise at least $10,000. If I can get $10,000, there's so many things I can do. You know, I'll finish the chicken coop for sure. And there's a water tower that's badly dilapidated. We'll get a steel guy up there to cut off all the old steel there and put new I-beams in that can handle the weight of the water.
Nice.
It started collapsing under the weight of the water because it wasn't, an engineer didn't have anything to do with that, I can tell you. Because if he did, we need to get his degree back. But so those are my 3 things. The kitchen is priority 1, chicken coop priority 2, the water tower priority 3. And then I'll find new things I need to do. But $10,000, if Shaquille O'Neal, if you out there and you want to help a brother,
hey, you never know who's watching.
Root to the Omegas, help a brother out. And the good thing is, I'm going to manage all the building that goes on here that I'm involved with. I'm not, and you'll see where your dollars are going. My foundation keeps no money but my salary. I don't need a salary. I'm retired. I live on my pension, so I'm good to go. And I'll come up here and find me a place to stay and oversee these projects until they're complete.
Yes. So I want to ask you a personal question. Me myself, I've lost my mom and my dad, and recently my sister. So I sometimes feel alone, but I don't want to compare myself to the orphans here because clearly, they have it a little bit more rough than my lifestyle as a child. So I don't like to put people in groups. I respect everyone, no matter where they are in life. Is there anything you've learned from these orphans from living here?
Well,
or being a part of the project? Like, have you learned something from them?
Well, what I've learned is, and not only here at the orphanage, because a lot of people don't understand life in Africa. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people live in poverty, but they're all happy because they don't know the things that you do and you have in the United States and UK and all those places. These people are happy. These orphans are happy. They go to school. They learn well. I brought books in and they've read to me. So I know that I can't say they're on grade level because I don't know. I have not seen any test scores to gauge that. But they read very well. I'm happy and I'm proud of these kids. And I'm proud of this orphanage for having a school that's educating them. Yes. So the main thing that I see is that they're not living or saying, oh, woe is me. No, these people are happy. I see the smiles on their faces. They're grateful for the things that people give them. So I'm just happy that these kids are making a way for themselves. When I decided I wanted to work with orphans, my reason for that is orphans are the most neglected group of people everywhere in the world.
Yes.
There's nobody who has it harder than an orphan. He no longer has a mother. He no longer has a father. Someone has to fight for them. And that's what I'm doing.
Yes, and it's amazing. That's why I chose to be a part of it, because I know from experience what that's like. Even at, older age, it's still hard, So I like to be a part of this, and I'm honored that you, chose me to come here and interview you. The kids look very happy, as he said. So, it's motivational because, I don't come from much either. I come from Kingston, Jamaica. So, I come from very humble beginnings. So, I see myself in these children. And I think they're definitely worth, investing in, because the children really are like the future. I know that's such a cliche quote, but it's true, because they don't have anything to compare to this, and their spirit is fresh, it's young, it's free, it's not limited, So how big is this complex? How many acres?
I've never asked for the acreage, but looking at, I'm gonna guesstimate it's at least 3 to 4 acres, huge, and that's why I want them to start doing some farming on this land, because we've got to become self-sustaining. And by the way, when you do this video, I have a theme song for my foundation.
Okay, is it going to be copyrighted?
Of course, Save the Children.
Okay.
By Marvin Gaye. When you listen to that, it's just I just love that.
Okay, I'll put it in there. It's got to be an instrumental though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what about Ghana? Like, did you visit here first and then you moved, or did you just?
Yeah, I visited first in 2019. I came here as a tourist with my then ex-girlfriend, and I fell in love with Ghana. And I told her while we were here, I said, I'm moving to Ghana. Nobody believed me. When we got back, I told everybody I was moving to Ghana. I'm going to retire in about 2 to 3 years, and that's what I did.
Yes.
I set up my retirement. I kept telling them, I'm moving. Then finally, when they saw that little advertisement I put out for my going away party, my going away bash, they started believing me. They came out, they supported me. We had T-shirt sales and all that other stuff. And so that's where a lot of my initial money came from. And I just packed up my stuff and I moved.
So how long was your first visit?
First visit was only 10 days.
Okay, so what is it about the 10 days besides the peacefulness that made you want to settle here?
The people were very friendly. They were kind. I knew it was a peaceful place. And that was that. I came back in 2021 to scout out a place to live. I spent about 10 days here then. And the ironic thing is my mother died January 4th of 2020. No, thank you. Of 2021. And I came here in March for about 10 days. And during the time I was here, my mother was being buried. Unfortunately, crazy things happened. Yeah. It was family discussion and disagreement. And, you know, I wasn't at the funeral, and that was intentional. So I won't go into that, but I was here scouting a place to live. I came here to this orphanage for the first time. I was sitting in the main office back there that we talked about, and I could feel something come over me while I was sitting in that office. I knew the exact moment my mother was being lowered into the ground. I could feel it.
Nice. So, how does Ghana inspire you?
It inspires me because I see everybody working. You know, people here don't sit around and wait on welfare or anything else. They get out there and get their own money. They're selling on almost every corner and every street you can have, and they don't worry about competition. Everybody's selling, everybody's making money.
Exactly.
You got to respect it. They're out here trying to get there. They're not waiting on government subsidies or anything.
So, is there anything you dislike about Ghana?
Oh, heavens, yes. It's a lot. I don't like the fact that grown men walk around pulling out, you know, themselves and going to the bathroom in the nearby gutters, making places stink. That's one of my number one things.
Yeah.
Number two things is the government not putting paved roads on streets. That's why you get so dusty everywhere you go. And then just all the other just things that happen. Like if you, for example, I have an accident, they lost my police report. They don't have a filing system in place at the police office. It was just on somebody's desk and he looked through a bunch of papers. Well, I don't have it. It's lost. I've got 2 accidents right now, and you know, but people hit me and should be paying for my car.
So, what is the thing that you love most about Ghana? I know you said the people earlier.
The peace.
The peace, yes. So, what is it about Ghana that makes it peaceful? Because you know, in America, there's tons of chaos. So, what is it about Ghana that makes it peaceful? Is it the beach? Is it?
No, it's the life. People are not messing with people, disturbing people's lives. Rarely do you hear about robberies. You know, it's just, you know, the things that we have to, oh, and also if you get pulled over by a policeman ain't gonna do nothing to you but ask you. They might ask for a little small change, but no one's gonna end up dead or shot.
Yes, and that definitely puts me at. So, if you could change anything about your journey in Ghana, what would you change?
I would have bought less things. So I also consult with people who want to move here to give them an idea of what they need to bring and what they don't need to bring. I brought way more stuff than I should have. In fact, I'm donating a lot of it. I dropped off a box today. I've still not gone through all my stuff. I've been here all the time.
So what is like the main things that you have that you don't need? So people want to save their money.
It's leave your TVs home. I haven't even pulled my TVs out the box in the 2 years and 8 months I've been here. Leave your TVs home. And mine will work. There's ways to make them work and stuff like that, but you don't need that stuff.
You got a TV you want to donate to me?
No, I'm going to use my TVs. I'm going to mount them. I just haven't done it.
But you told him don't bring it.
Right. You can buy TVs here.
Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah, it's very much more affordable here. Yeah.
But I had 2 darn near brand new TVs. And I wouldn't leave it. I think one of them has a little switch on it where I can switch it to the power source here. Because I bought it at the military exchange.
Yeah.
So that's going to be easy. One does and one doesn't. But I have a little box that'll convert. I'm going to mount one in the living room and one in my bedroom.
Yes.
But it's just so many things you just don't really need to bring. Yeah. I did buy a brand new set of stainless steel pots. Bring your pots. A lot of the pots here are not up to the
standards. Yeah,
you know, so
they peel.
Yeah. And you don't want to bring Teflon. You shouldn't be using that crap anyway.
Exactly.
And some of the pots here have lead in them too. Pots that we saw that they were cooking in.
Yes,
those pots have lead in them. And hopefully I can buy them new pots.
Yeah. Right. So, what is it about Ghana that you would change?
I would have all the gutters that they have on the side of the roads. I would have conduits put in. I guess that's what they call them. But, you know, the underground tubes where they're closed. Okay, this open sewer system is their biggest problem for malaria. I would stamp out malaria by about 80% just by having the sewers changed over. I would do urban revitalization. I'd have setbacks on the roads. There's no place for people to park. And you could clog up the roads with cars trying to park to go and buy things. They need urban revitalization.
Yes.
And but the biggest thing is the conduits. That would be my number one thing, is to change this whole country gutter system to that, because I want to eliminate malaria.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay. So come over just a little bit. Get you out of the frame. Okay.
yeah.
So, did anybody question you about your journey or say you were crazy to pick up and move to Africa after 10 days?
Yeah, most people. Most people said that, why are you going there? You're going to be back, this, that. And I'm not trying to stay here just to prove to anybody I'm not coming back. I enjoy living here on the continent. I recently had an interview with the immigration office to get my citizenship, and I have dual citizenship with the U.S. and Ghana, and I'll be able to travel even more freely around Africa. So I'm looking forward to being able to enjoy that as opposed to having to keep getting visas and all that.
Yes. So if anybody is doubtful about, taking a trip, taking a jump and moving here, what would you advise them?
First thing I would advise them is that they come here or wherever they want to move on the continent and visit that place. This place ain't easy, and it ain't for everybody. I promise you, I would not try to just, hey, come live in Ghana. I would never do that. You got to come here and see for yourself if this is an environment you can handle.
Yeah.
The heats can be extreme. There are days where the heat is extreme. They have the time of year when there's dust throughout the air. And if you're going to come here, you're going to need to get you the little thing when you shoot saline in your saline in your nose and clean it out.
Yes.
Yeah, because I have one and look into I use it.
It's a lifesaver. I need to take some eye drops
neti
myself.
pot. They call them neti pots.
Yes.
And I've got the one that does it automatically. It shoots it up and sucks it out the other side. You need a neti pot here. But there's a time of year when you come in every night and your nose is the stuff coming out is black from all the dirt.
Oh my God. Yes. So, all right. So that is all the questions I have for you. I know you got to go handle your business. So, do you have like a social handle or a website or anything where if people want to donate or they want to reach out to you, maybe you can leave your information?
The first place to reach out to me is on my Facebook. And that's Rich Mo, RICH space MO, and I'll give you the information for WAIT for my foundation. Unfortunately, my WAIT email address is tied to my Google, and Google recently said, "You're full. You need to pay me more money." So I'm going to go and take all my pictures off of Google and open my account back up, and I'll give you the WAIT email address. But I also have a WAIT Cash App, and I move that money into my foundation's bank account. So Yes.
Okay, got it. So, thank you for coming on my channel.
It's my pleasure.
And showcasing this orphanage to me. I'm truly inspired. Like I said, losing a mother and a father and being out here on your own is not easy. If you feel pushed to donate, please do. Any little bit helps, even if it's just necessities. If you're here in Ghana, the orphanage is in Kaswa. And what's the name of the orphanage again?
Well, it's the Good Shepherd Orphanage, and we're actually in a small town called Okafor.
Okafor,
but it's out. But Kaswa is the major city,
yes.
And that's what everybody recognizes. But we're actually in a small place called Okafor.
Okay, well, thank you again. If you guys like videos like this, make sure you hit the subscribe and the notification bell. And thank you for watching. One love.
Right.
Bye.
So we educate the kids here. And these kids, I've had the kids read to me on occasion when I bought books and stuff like that. And these kids are better educated than a lot of the kids I've met out in the general population. And that's why I'm so proud to work with these people, because I know that they're educating the kids. Now, however, I do want to change in curriculum, because you've seen all this land here. I'm like, you're not teaching agriculture. You should be teaching these kids how to grow their own food to make this place self-sustaining. So that's my goal as a member of the board. And the board is called the African Widows and Disabled Association. And I was appointed to the board about a year ago. And I told them I want my focus to be this right here. I'll let them deal with the widows and disabled. I'm dealing with the children in the orphanage. The building here is the church that founded all of this. That building over there is where the owner, the founder, and his wife are buried.
Okay, the green one?
The green building. You want to get closer?
Yes, we can go.
Yeah, so, the two of them are there. And, this is just a huge facility, but a lot of it is going to waste. We have got to be self-sustaining. We've got to cordon off areas where we're going to grow food. Corn, because we'll need corn to feed the chickens. Millet, greens, peppers, because they use pepper for everything. Putting it in the rice, putting it in the fish. So we should be growing pepper. This is the facility where the founder and his wife are buried.
Okay. When were they? When did they pass away?
Unless it's a date on there, I don't remember. Let's see, it may have a date. I don't see a date. So this building actually is a school, but on the back side there's a barber shop that's separate from the place. There's a barber there who cuts the kids' hairs as needed. Library inside on that side. That'll be a project down the road. I want that library to be properly enclosed. I've been inside, it's so dusty. All the books are dusty. So that'll be a project down the road. I'm trying to prioritize what my priorities are. They have their priorities and I have mine.
Yeah.
So this is it. But school's working. Like I said, the kids can read. I'm happy about that.
Yes.
Now, you'll see a lot of people here, but all of them are not part of the orphanage. The community is surrounding, and you saw all the gates that open.
Yes.
So people just come and go. It's easier for them to get to and from.
Yeah.
And they look out for the kids.
Yeah.
They've not had any problems. The kitchen area, and I'll show you all the renovation that will be taking place. We're going to replace all the doors. All the tile will be replaced. We're going to put windows where they're not windows because we want to keep the dirt from coming in. This is the storage area where we'll have the refrigerator. Let me get in here. And you see why the doors have to be replaced.
Yeah.
This is where we'll store all the food. The refrigerator will be in here. Right now there's one freezer there, but we have a brand new one, a stand upright.
So somebody donated that fridge?
Well, people donate the money and I purchased the fridge.
Okay.
But this is going to be strictly a food pantry and a refrigerator and freezer.
Okay.
Strictly.
Okay, I see
the doors will be replaced, the window will be replaced. We're going to block that door if we don't need a door there. And so all of this is going to be knocked down. This is what they cook with sometimes, but we're going to knock this down. We're going to put a new cooker, and I've got to find one like this. In fact, I've got to take a picture of this. The one that I have is smaller, smaller than this. It's made for big pots, but I didn't know they were using super pots. So I've got to get a big one made like this, and I want it in stainless steel.
Okay.
So we're going to knock down all of this, fix it up. The sink over there will be replaced. And so we'll get the plumbing going right there. This is the wood that I purchased to replace the chicken coop outside. And we'll look at the chicken coop when we leave here. But everything we need to build the chicken coop is right here already.
Nice.
Again, all the tile will come up. Windows will go in. So we're going to make this there. It's going to be like the little, I'm going to call it the community room. The kids will dine here. When they have meetings, they'll meet here. They don't have a TV here right now. They have a bountiful one, but I want to get just a screen and a projector. I think that'll be easier than...
Yeah, so they won't break it.
Right. Replace the ceiling completely and the roofing. Then next since you replace the ceiling, you don't replace the roofing. Ceiling fans are in good shape, so we'll keep those and reuse those, and we're going to give them new lighting. We're going to give them LED lighting, which will keep the cost down. LED lighting and ceiling throughout the whole place.
Okay.